Hello, my name is J.R. Rodriguez, and welcome to another episode of the Shot Podcast. Today, we're going to be interviewing a new up and coming actress. Her name is Paige Steakley.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to my show, Paige.
Thank you for having me.
So, how long have you been acting?
Professionally, about 2.5 years. It'll be 3 years in March. So.
Okay. And what were you doing? What inspired you to want to start acting?
Honestly, I think it's just an innate desire that God put in me. The taste more began with just watching movies. And
what is your kind of movies you like?
Oh, I love all kinds. I really do. I love drama, I love action, I love comedy, I love horror. In terms of watching, I guess my top would be drama, like mystery. In terms of acting,
give me a movie.
I love Gladiator. That's one of my favorite films.
Really?
Gladiator. Yeah, I love the actors. I love the characters. I love the story. I love the timeline. I love the music. Hans Zimmer is one of my favorite musical composers. Has good action and drama, and it really tugs on your heart. And that's one of the types of films that I want to do is stuff that actually really tugs on your heart and just draws you in as an audience member.
I think on American Soil is going to do that, huh?
I think so. They haven't sent the script to me yet, but I am acting in it. Pretty much playing a bad ASS, which is stuff I like to do. So I'm excited about that one.
What's another favorite movie to get a more diverse
comedy? I love White Chicks.
White Chicks? That's a movie?
Yes. I forget the...
I can see you in comedy.
Yeah, I like comedy a lot. I like to be silly, just in general. It has Terry Crews in it. And two twin brothers. I don't remember their names, but it's a really funny movie. Okay. It has a lot of situational comedy, which is my favorite, and also comedy of language, which is another form of favorite.
All right, so now take us down a little journey of what you are calling your career, right? Where did it start? What was the first independent film, or have you worked on any big pictures? Or just all independent work?
I've done all indie stuff, outside of some commercials here and there.
Do you have an agent?
Yes, I do.
Are they trying to get you work in bigger pictures?
I think so, yeah. I recently signed with him, so it's hard to tell right now. But he's an awesome agent, a really cool person. So it actually started out with theater. I did a lot of theater in college, mostly community theater, and that's where a lot of musical stuff as well.
How do you like theater? Do you find it harder than films?
For me personally, yes, because film acting and theater acting are somewhat different in terms of not the importance, but I guess the scale of how you emote things. For film, it's normally tighter up on you as an actor, and
especially with
you can't
films.
Be huge. I mean, you could be like Jim Carrey often is, but if it's drama, it's more coming from the eyes and what the character is thinking, not what they're physically doing or the expressions that they're necessarily making on their faces. And theater is you basically have to make things physically big, so that someone 20 feet away in the audience can tell what's going on and what emotion that's going through. So for me personally, I tend to be more reserved to my own bubble, and I don't like to make things huge or stuff like that. I can, but it's something that I've had to work on for theater acting. So.
Would you consider doing more theater?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was in a play 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a satire comedy. I impersonated Marilyn Monroe in a very exaggerated
Nice.
caricature-like way. So it was fun.
What way was that?
When?
What way would that be?
Basically, like, just really overemphasizing, like, her characteristics and traits like that. So she would, like, really work the shoulders. And so, like, I would just, like, work that all the time and just very exaggerated.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've done a lot since then, but most recently would be Butcher's Bluff. So originally we started filming the proof of concept trailer, and we wrapped that in, I think, March of this year. And we finished the trailer, sent it out, and it got a lot of really great feedback.
Really? Who'd you send it out to?
I personally don't know. I was just the actor.
That's what they told you. They sent it out.
Oh yeah, and just the feedback that we got from it. And it has the original actor from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the man who plays Leatherface.
Really?
Yeah, so he's in there. Bill Johnson.
How old is
60s, 70s. He's a really cool dude. So it was cool meeting him and getting to work with him.
I
So
lived
that's
right by where they shot that.
nice, yeah. Yeah, William N. Stone is the writer and director. He's really cool.
So tell us, what is the Butcher's Bluff about, or can you even talk about it?
I can give away some parts of it. So it is a horror film. It's in the style of like the more B horror 80s movies. So it's like kind of like along the lines of Texas Chainsaw. You know, that style of horror is what I'm trying to say.
That was shot here in Austin?
Yeah. And I basically play the role of a good girl in a horror film, which I'm very thankful for, because I really did not want to play like the typical slutty girl in a horror film that gets murdered because she's a slut or whatever.
You make it to the end?
We'll see. We shall see. You have to watch the movie to find out. So basically, it's about the story of this kid who was abused by other kids his age, and then he ends up murdering them and turns into the Hogman, which is the supposed serial killer in this town called Butcher's Bluff. And I believe I'm part, at least in the trailer, I don't know if the actual script for the film is going to be different, but in the trailer I am one of the college students who, as part of their final, as a group, they go to this town to investigate the town to see if this is all fake, like if it's just legend, or if there's actually substance to these claims about this Hogman who's murdering
people. That sounds a little
people.
Blair Witch Project like.
So that's what it's about. It's very interesting. Yeah.
Okay, and what's your other project you wanted to talk about?
So the one that I'm filming right now, we filmed most of it already, is Sacred Mask. It is a wrestling film. Actually, it's more, lucha libre, which is the Mexican form of WWE, basically, pro wrestling.
It's resurging, huh?
Yeah, lucha libre is beautiful. Love it.
That's David Mendez's movie, right?
Yes, so
He's
directing it, and he wrote the script. And he told me he always had me in mind for the main female character. So I've been aware of this film since last year, but we didn't start filming it until this summer. But we're almost done with it. I think we're taking a break right now just because of the holidays and everyone's schedules. But we should pick it up again and wrap it in January. And it's supposed to be released in the spring 2020.
Thank you for having me.
nice.
Yep.
Yeah, we actually had David in here.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That was a good one. So the remaining
Whose
was it's produced
Banshees
by
something?
the Breakout Banshees,
Breakout Banshees.
production company.
I think I saw something of theirs they did in the last 48 hours.
Was it the horror one or?
I'd rather be prepared.
Yeah, they're a really cool group of people. I love working with them.
They're from San Marcos, right?
No, San Antonio actually.
Oh, from San
Yeah.
Antonio. There's another group from San Marcos, right? They did the Silent Train.
No, they're San Antonio as well.
Really?
I think
Okay.
so, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's
Same people?
Jeremiah
Is that the
Bright.
same
No,
people?
that's a different group.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Breakout Banshees, I love working with all those guys. They're really cool.
How many 48 hours have you done?
That's the first and only one I've done thus far.
What do you think about doing 48 hours?
I mean, that was my first experience. I liked it. I wasn't on set for too long. They wrapped me up pretty efficiently, so that was good. Because I also had to film later that day for Sacred Mask, one of my wrestling matches in the film.
I could not do a 48 hour. I would never sign up for that.
Yeah,
I
it's not the
don't-
ideal. It was worth it though, because
I enjoy because I'm a filmmaker, and to see other people's work, I appreciate. But to just show that to people who aren't, filmmakers, they're gonna be like,
they're gonna be very critical of it, and
hard to
context.
get people to come to the screening.
Yeah, context makes a huge difference. But yeah, in that 48-hour film, the remaining, I really liked being a part of it because I have this really cool fight scene.
Yeah.
And I do all the moves myself,
Oh,
like
the fight
obviously.
scene was,
But
what were you using in your hands?
so basically the idea was I'd run out of bullets, and so I flipped the guns over and I just used the.
So you're holding them by the barrel.
That's correct.
nozzles.
Yeah. And I'm beating these guys up.
I saw that. I thought maybe you had nunchucks or something.
No.
They didn't even bother to put any sounds in there.
Well, it was 48
That would've
hours,
gave
so.
that would have gave it a nice more effect,
Yeah.
That's all we could hear is like, but we don't hear the contact. But yeah, so, and who was the Breakout Bangees, right? You said?
Yep.
Who are these guys? Where are they from?
So San
Antonio.
Antonio, they're a new company. They all went to school at the Art Institute of San Antonio. They all have degrees in film now. So yeah, they're a new company as of I think this last August, 2019. Grateful Poison.
Okay.
That's another good
Grateful
one. It's a short
I
film.
saw. Did you send me the whole?
Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Okay, so
It's about 12
what was
minutes
that
long.
for?
That was another student-produced film
Okay.
as a final for the student. I'm proud of that one. Like I like the way that one turned out. I basically play this snooty food critic, and she really is snooty. So acting-wise, I envisioned her as basically like a Regina George from Mean Girls. Where it's like you have a smile on your face and you're about to ruin someone, but you were like fully enjoying, like about to ruin someone.
So you were like a critic in that?
I was a food critic, yes.
And you just enjoy ruining people's lives. What was the
The character, yes.
why were you like trying to sabotage that?
Well, she's not sabotaging it. Basically, she's speaking the truth. I don't want to give away the whole film, like what it revolves around. But basically, she does reveal the truth, but the way that she carries it out is cruel.
Oh.
So
there was truth to what she was. Okay, I thought she had planted
Oh no.
the thing in the fridge.
No.
And was waiting and then busted her.
Nah.
Like she got set up. That's the impression I got when I watched it. Okay.
I could see that.
And you enjoyed that one, huh?
Yeah, that was a good experience.
Who
and
was
I
the
just
director?
Raymond Ramos.
Raymond
He's based in
Ramos.
San Antonio. He's cool to work with.
I know somebody named Raymond Ramos. That's funny. And he's out of San Antonio.
Yes, he is.
And what else can you tell us about him? He's first film. Or?
No, I don't think that was his first, because that was his final for a 4-year degree. So we've worked together in shooting some fitness videos.
Oh, you do that too?
Yeah. Well, I do a lot of it's a combination of powerlifting and bodybuilding. So I'm always in the gym, always trying to get stronger.
You're very strong.
Thank you.
Very muscular.
Thank you. I would show my muscles, but my shirt's covering it.
Okay.
Just to be a dork.
Yeah, well, maybe you could send us pictures of you flexing your muscles and we'll add that into the interview if people want to see that. Pitch yourself. This is your opportunity to kind of pitch yourself to, I don't know, Richard Linklater, Robert Rodriguez, or, you know, any of these directors. How would you pitch yourself to them?
So basically, I'm really fun to work with. Simultaneously very professional. I take my job very seriously. But I do think it takes a skill to know how to be professional and have fun at the same time. So I make the filming experience very fun and efficient. At the same time, like as an actress, I am an idealist and I do like things to look their best. So I'm all about like refinement and like, you know, collaborating. Like if we have ideas on a scene, like let's make sure that we get that in the takes that we're wanting to do. So I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist because I don't think that's a good quality, but I do take pride in having excellence.
You're also a model. You do modeling too.
It's more promo modeling. So it's where I represent a brand, like usually it's Dos Equis, and giving out free beer, but I'm wearing like the Dos Equis outfit. So yeah, promo modeling, I think it's fun. I like it.
Has anybody ever asked you to do any nudity in a movie?
Yes, and I've always said no.
Why? You won't do it?
No, to me, that personally doesn't suit my moral code. And then secondarily, I just don't want to put myself out there as an actress like in that regard. Just because I don't want it to be misinterpreted for something else. So, yay! Hopefully, just let me know.
Again, thank you. Good luck. And stay tuned for our next episode. Until then, have a nice day.